Let's talk. You know this is El Man. I'm here with Filmmaker Ramfis, and we're like at a salsa burlesque strip party. There's like crazy stuff going on behind us. Now, you make movies. You said you have one film that's screening all over the world right now. What is this film, and why is it screening all over the world? And why should we see it or not see it?
So the name of the movie is called Unidentified Objects. It's a sci-fi little person, queer adjacent story.
Did you say a sci-fi little person?
Yeah, there's a little person in it.
Okay.
And
okay.
it has science fiction in it,
Right.
UFOs, UFO themed, and this little person meets this woman, and she's trying to find, supposedly, or going to see her sister, but she's going to this abduction site to go out of space to Andromeda, and it's like a road trip film. So we shot it during the pandemic, and the film premiered in Toronto in May at Inside Out Toronto. That was our world premiere. And then our U.S. premiere was at Frameline in San Francisco.
Right.
And since then, it's gone on to play over 40 festivals all around the world.
Right.
Won a lot of awards. The film is playing in Israel and Australia next month.
Literally all over the world.
Yeah.
It's actually a question, because this there's a guy, Todd, I'll leave out his last name, but he said that a lot of film festivals, not all of them, and I've hosted a film festival, Vault Film Festival, so I'm not throwing all film festivals under the bus, but a lot of film festivals, they just take your money, they make it seem like, you know, maybe you'll meet an investor, your film's going to go somewhere, but essentially it's just a waste of your money. So how do you, as someone with your film in film festivals and screenings all over the world, how do you figure out which festivals you want to be in? Does anything make the cut? Do you know that some of these are just kind of scams? Do you have high hopes? Because a lot of people go into these, you know, these festivals, they think, oh, I'm in the, let's just say Rhode Island. I don't know anything about the Rhode Island Film Festival. Oh,
We actually played Rhode Island Film Festival, won an award.
I got an award. And it's like, a lot of times these awards, they don't mean anything, but sometimes they do. So what are your thoughts on all of that?
So what you're saying, a lot of it I can agree with, and you're right, actually. But what I could say is what's different with our film or our process is that I have a rep. There's a company called Film Collaborative, and they're representing us on the festival circuit. So every time we play at a festival, we get paid. I don't pay to submit. So we get paid a screening fee. It could be anywhere from $200 to $1,000.
Right.
And if it screens multiple times, we're getting paid each time. So if it plays
I haven't heard of.
5 times, well, the company I represents my film, it's called Film Collaborative, and they've done this for a lot of movies. They're out of LA.
Oh, yes.
So, you know, we'll probably make like $40,000, $50,000 off film festivals alone, because I've done this before with one of my other movies.
Many people are losing.
Well, a lot of people don't know about this.
No, they don't. See, I knew you would know a thing or two about it, a thing or two. I said, let's how we should talk, and that's why I'm going to ask this fucking question, because I'm like, I bet you has a good answer, and I'm interrupting you. Keep going.
Yeah, so, and what's really cool is that we negotiate for the festivals to fly us out and put us up. Now, if they're flying us out and putting us up, they may not pay us a fee because they're, you know, paying for our flight and hotel or Airbnb.
Right.
So it's either or. It's not like both.
Wow.
So that's how I've been able to travel with the film so much, you know.
Wow,
like
I gotta look into this for my movies.
Yeah.
Hello, what am I doing?
It's called a screening fee. So ultimately, like, if you play at a really huge festival, you can leverage that and say, hey, I played at Sundance or Tribeca or Cannes. You know, if you want my movie, you got to pay for my movie. And that's what I've done over my last few movies.
Which was your film festival or 2 or 3 that you could use to leverage, where you're like, haha, I can do this? Which one was it? Which one were you able to leverage?
Well, so I would say with so Film Collaborative, you know, worked with us, and like we technically premiered at BFI Flair in London, but this was during the pandemic, so it got shut down. So then we ended up premiering at Outfest in LA, and we sold out 3 times in a row. And then we went on to play Frameline, which is another big, important festival, and then BFI London. We played with Nomadland, Soul, and One Night in Miami. All three of those movies won Academy Awards. So
Wow.
they only took 10 movies from the U.S., and my film was one of the 10.
And which
so,
one is this one?
The name is called Cicada, C-I-C-A-D-A. It's another movie I did.
Oh, okay.
It was released last year in theaters, and we were nominated for a Spirit Award earlier this year.
So as someone who's been to a few film festivals, on my radio show we do the do's and don'ts of Comic-Cons or conventions. What are some do's and don'ts for film festivals? What are some things that you recommend to anyone? Don't do this, or do this. What should we do?
Well, the one thing I recommend is going.
Okay.
Being there for opening night is really important.
Why?
Because that's usually a big night where
Okay.
you get to meet a lot of. Because earlier on, the people that matter, and not to say some people don't matter, but
Right.
the VIPs, important people, come earlier on for the festival.
Oh, okay.
And they're there the first few days.
Interesting.
So that's the best time to network.
Oh, okay.
And one of the do's of going to a festival is networking.
Right.
Meeting as many people as possible,
Right.
shaking hands, rubbing elbows.
I can't take it. I hate it.
All those, but it's something that you got to do. It's all
Yeah.
important
Yeah.
things that you have to do.
Yeah.
And one of the do nots at a festival is don't be that girl or that guy that comes up to someone and just give a business card and walk away. You know,
Okay.
like the point is to get to know the person.
Right.
Maybe give your business card later, but find out about that person,
Right.
about their film, and build a relationship, and then, later on, exchange information or get a card or two.
Or you could just give them free food or hold a gun to their head and be like, hey, take my card and do a deal, or else you could do that, right?
You could do that too. If you're gonna do that, also follow up. Most people don't follow up when they meet
True.
people.
True.
So that's another thing that you should do.
Right.
After you meet somebody at a film festival. It's a no-brainer.
Right. Yeah, this is someone who's gone to Art Basel a bunch of times. I've missed it. And he seems like what if, let's say I'm across the room and you know that I have $10 billion for your movie, but I'm kind of looking at my phone. What would you do to get my attention? Because I'm so shitty at this. Someone opens the door, I can close it, but I'm so bad at just starting a conversation. What would you do?
I just walk over and just say, hey, how you doing? And then most people say, oh, I'm all right. Hey, what's your name? And then, my name is Jen. Oh, nice to meet you, Jen. My name is Ramfis. Tell me all about you. What's your story? And then you'll tell me your story. And then I ask you a lot of questions to learn more about you.
Yes.
Because there's this really great book. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
I wrote the opposite book, How to Lose Friends and Repulse People. Can you tell?
Wow, okay. Learn something new every day, right? So, with that book, it gives you the fundamentals on how to speak to people.
Right.
And the thing is that when you're genuinely interested in people, they become genuinely interested in you.
Right.
And it's a great way to break the ice and develop a relationship.
Right.
And not be shy. Just asking fundamental questions, and you learn a lot about a person, what makes them tick, and in a sense, how to ask them about
Dale Carnegie, what would Ramfis do without you? What would my dad do without you? How many times my dad's recommended that book? And my dad is very good at speaking with people, and you're very fluid at speaking with people. Maybe I should brush up on this book again, because I only know how to speak to people if the camera's on, and I got a crazy outfit, and then I can ask you questions because I'm told to. But off camera, I don't know. I get a little nervous. So any suggestions for me to help me be a better speaker off camera?
Well, there's this group called Toastmasters.
Yes.
I've done it. It's made me a phenomenal speaker.
Oh, okay.
And it's a non-for-profit group that helps individuals with public speaking.
Right.
And it's not expensive.
Right.
Meet once a week. And you get to critique your fellow colleagues about their speaking.
Right,
so you learn also by critiquing.
Oh, I gotta go prank them.
You gotta go what?
Prank them. That would be a perfect.
Oh, you
thing to
definitely
prank.
do. You do.
Or stand up, or just go in.
You gotta
the worst.
join the Rough Riders. The Rough Riders is one of the oldest chapters in New York City.
Yeah.
They're on 44th Street.
Okay.
Between 6th and 5th, right at the Bar Association.
Okay.
And it's the most competitive Toastmasters group.
Really?
So these are the the best speakers go there and they
Oh, I'd
tussle.
love to go there and bomb. That'd be really
You should
fun.
definitely show up and practice your speaking skills.
So back to you. I asked you one final tip. Anything you'd like to share as a final thought about anything that's on your mind right now? Or anything you want us to know?
Well, if you want to connect with me or learn more about me, go to ramfis.net. That's my website. It's just
Okay.
my name, RAMFIS.net. And my email is the same, ramfis@ramfis.net. And my socials are Ramfis Myrtle, my last
Fine.
name, MYRTHIL. On LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook.
And
That's
this
how you
is
connect with me.
Like an Egyptian god?
So Ramses is an Egyptian pharaoh.
Okay.
He's the pharaoh that fought Moses. So my name was inspired off of his name. It's a biblical name.
I'm gonna think more like that because I keep on thinking of Krampus, the Christmas scary guy. Sorry. And
Well,
I
almost
guess-
there. Almost that time of the season.
Almost there, but not yet. We're in spooky season, so thank you very much for your thoughts and very interesting. I think there's probably hundreds of people I know right now, just on Facebook that don't know about this film festival thing you've been doing. Pretty fucking cool, man. All right, we'll see you later today, and hopefully we'll see you on lots of film screens and hopefully not canceled. But does canceling matter? That's my final question. Do you think anyone can cancel you? That's my final.
Me personally,
Yeah, can they
I
cancel
feel
you?
that my responsibility as a human being
Yeah.
is to leave people touched, moved, and inspired. So as long as I keep doing that, I will not be canceled.
Okay.
So I'm just mindful of communities, verbiage, and treating people how they want to be treated. So, yeah.
That's the key. Treat people how they want to be treated, not treat people how you want to be treated. Because I'll tell you, how I want to be treated is very different than other people. I learned that a long time ago. My protocol is very different. So, yeah, that won't work for me. And many other women have had a problem with this. And how could you do that? Well, that's what I would have wanted. What's that word? Oh, okay. So treat people how they want to be treated. Final thought. Thank you, Ramfis, and we'll see you later.